This week on Down to Earth, the unlikely troops saving Uganda's chimpanzees. Former poachers now hunt the hunters.
I feel now guilty because of what I was doing. I was doing illegal things.
Hundreds of chimpanzees have been mutilated by snares. How to convince poachers to repent? Offer them an attractive deal.
The approach we used, come up with an alternative rather than telling them stop.
Not everyone is convinced. Certain hunters refuse to surrender.
When people pressure me to stop hunting, it's like they want to kill my family.
This week we're down to earth in Uganda on a morning hunt for snares scattered inside the country's largest tropical rainforest. The wire traps are the #1 danger for the hundreds of chimpanzees living here in Budongo. Today these men are protecting the animals, but not too long ago they were notorious poachers who hunted this forest themselves. We're deep in the Budongo forest. With us are members of what's known as the snare removal team, former poachers who've renounced their old ways. Today they scour the undergrowth for traps set by local hunters.
Mostly, poachers do not set a snare for catching chimps. They set it for catching eatable animals. If we get a path of an animal, you can move deep inside and you check whether there is a snare there or not. You move slowly. There is nothing here.
Azima Ofen used to be known as one of the best hunters in the region. He admits today the poachers are getting smarter, but he's still one step ahead.
If a poacher sets his snare near, he can cut a bark of a tree. If he sees that mark, that's when he can know that is a place where he has set his snare.
The team circles the area where the tree has been marked. In less than a minute, they hone in on the target.
It is here. Here. Yes. That is a trap, a snare. This one can you catch a chimp when a chimp moves. Chimp moves, placing the arm like that. So, can be caught on the arm and start to struggle. And times being, it can cut this skin and enter. It is impossible for a chimp to get out.
The number of snares being found has dropped from 40 a month to just 5. Each trap they find is noted, its location recorded via GPS. Fewer snares means fewer chimps injured, which is exactly why Fred Wabwetira employed Ofen back in 2002.
We offered them a job to say, okay, since you know where to find the snares, for me, I've been working in this forest for the last 5 years. I've never found a single snare, but they find the snares. So that, to me, was a very good starting point that we are working with people who know exactly how hunting is done and therefore can be a very good addition to our team in terms of getting snares out.
Today, Ofen and his colleagues earn the equivalent of €70 per month, an amount they could never have dreamed of as hunters.
At the former time, when I started setting snare, I saw that it was good for me. It was assisting me. And after all, a time when I come and realize it is very bad. I feel now guilty because of what I was doing.
Budongo Forest is home to as many as 800 chimpanzees. 1 out of every 4 in this Sonso community has been scarred by the snares.
There are some chimps in Budongo here which are injured because of snares. Some arms were caught by the snare, and in fact they are suffering very much.
This video shows the immediate aftermath of a chimpanzee caught in a snare. Veterinarians perform an emergency operation. This chimpanzee survives. Others can die from infection. At least in most cases, the damage is permanent. This chimpanzee has lost both its legs. This one here lives without a forearm. Each new injury is a blow to Ofen.
If I see a chimp which are injured, I can't be proud because it means my work which I'm doing, I'm not doing a proper work.
Efforts to protect the chimpanzees are coordinated here at the Budongo Conservation Field Station, a research base nestled in the heart of the forest.
So this is the store where we keep all the snares that we recover from the forest, or the snares that are surrendered by the ex-hunters. These could be possibly over 5,000 that we have in there. Many of these are actually clutch cables from motorcycles, and these hunters actually pay money to buy the raw material, and losing that money after investing into it, it's a huge loss to the hunters.
Hunters are normally the poorest members of their community. Each snare costs them around 20 cents, a substantial investment given most live on less than €1 per day. So why are the people hunting here in Budongo?
Hunting is something that many of them don't want to do, but they are forced into doing it. Majority do hunt for just home consumption. They just want a little bit of meat for their families.
But it must be difficult to convince someone to stop hunting when it's their only source of meat.
Convincing them to stop without saying this is an alternative, we thought it's not a good option. I also wouldn't feel good if you're telling me stop and you don't understand why I'm doing it. You're not providing an alternative. So that's the approach we used. Come up with an alternative rather than telling them stop.
Here in the remote villages of Uganda's northwest, Fred and his team did in fact find that alternative. Yes, goats. The team at Budongo offered former poachers 2 goats each in exchange for a written promise to stop hunting for good. Here in the village of Karnege, the idea worked. 23 men came forward, vowed to put down their snares, and today their goats are thriving. This morning, all of the villagers are gathering their goats in the one place. Vets from Budongo have arrived, offering treatment. Here they protect the herd from diseases which can devastate the population. But if the goats are kept healthy, they can provide an ongoing source of income.
The goats will multiply and produce more goats so they can sell those and can eat some of them. Then they will have enough money. They'll have some money to support their families. So when you treat the goats will grow faster. They'll have more meat, and in the long run, they will be happy because they'll have money that they were looking for in the forest, hopefully.
Before, the villagers fed themselves on bushmeat, wild antelopes, pigs, or even baboons they'd caught in the forest.
We were hunting in the forest severely, seriously. We used to catch this animal. And sometimes, by bad luck, chimpanzee can enter the traps. So this program came and tell us it is bad for us to enter in the forest to hunt.
Another reason to give up hunting. Eating bushmeat has serious health risks: tuberculosis, rabies and Ebola fever.
If only one person got Ebola here, it means that all of us would get a problem. So that is why we always want to eat healthy animals, so that we can all stay healthy.
Across the region, more than 100 poachers have surrendered their snares. But certain villagers are refusing to join the program, like Felix, who's been hunting for 10 years. He agrees to show us his snares, as well as his preferred technique.
This is known as the neck method. If the animals come and enter with their neck, it traps them and it dies like this.
Felix's neighbours have accepted the goats. They criticise his obstinance, but he's not willing to give up hunting, even at the risk of 7 years in jail.
When people pressure me to stop hunting, it's like they want to kill my family. It's true. I don't want to be part of the goats project. I would prefer money instead, so I can start my own business that doesn't involve looking after the goats. I have no land to keep my goats.
It's true, goats may not be enough to save Budongo's chimpanzees. That's why the next phase of the program will look at offering villagers micro-loans to create their own small businesses. An alternative that will keep man out of the forest and chimpanzees at peace within it.